Hey everybody, I want to welcome you guys to my very first web TV music special. I've got Miss Frankie Holbrook here with me, amazing lady. We've got so much to talk about tonight with everything you've got going on. Oh my gosh, so much stuff, so much good stuff. Really, really incredible things. We're going to drop my new CD tonight. We're going to watch a couple of videos, well, a video, and just sit around and talk. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool
I'm excited.
beans.
I'm excited. Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad to be here, everyone. As you know, Miss Michelle Leigh is the queen of Southern rock, and we're going to get to hear some of her music tonight. She's got her new CD out, Redemption, I think, right?
Yep, that's the name of it.
And we're actually going to get to hear devil music.
And I was telling Frankie just a minute ago, it's not near as bad as it sounds. Not near as bad as it sounds.
But we both grew up hearing our parents go, "Don't listen to that devil music." So it's not devil music that we're going to play. You're going to get scared. But how your parents used to tell you, don't listen to that devil music, and so she has written a really killer song about that. So we're going to get to
it's a barn
hear
burner. No pun intended.
Yeah, a barn burner. That's good. Tee up on that one. Yeah. So so super excited to get to hear your stuff, and I'm so pleased and gracious and thankful to you for letting us use Blood Water on our documentary.
That is my honor. That is absolutely my honor. Do you want to tell everybody about your documentary?
Yeah, so I'm working with Ashanti Films. Moses and I and Ashanti Films are creating a documentary called Bondage, the Human Trafficking Experience. And so we are spending a lot of time here in Atlanta. There's a lot of groups in Atlanta that actually work to stop human trafficking or are working, you know, to stop the sex industry and the lines where those things blur a little bit. But they're out there, they're hands and feet, they're on the ground, they're warriors trying to stop these things. And so we're working with a lot of those folks because I'm not sure if you know or not, but Atlanta is the hub for human trafficking.
I didn't know that till you told me. And, you know, I'm a little bit of a Pollyanna. Being from the South, you think you're insulated for some of the stuff that you see going on in the world. And, you know, everything's far removed. Oh, that only happens in L.A. That only happens in other countries. No, it's right here in our backyard, and you're saying Atlanta's the hub?
Yeah.
That's just amazing, something that vile goes on here.
Yeah. We've got one of the largest airports, of course, in the world, everybody knows. So that makes it easy, and we're touching every point of the globe. And then we have Fulton Industrial is one of the main hubs where all the truckers and all the industry are, and so it's happening out of there. So we're able to do the majority of our film here in Atlanta, and then we're also going out to LA in June, and we're going to spend time with Saved in America. Saved in America is a group of guys, vigilante style, go out and save these children. They're ex-Navy SEALs, police officers, and then we're going to go spend some time in the Dominican with my good friend Jeff Jones, who owns Transform 365, and wrap up, come back here. And so we should have something in October. And of course, Blood Water is now the theme song for the documentary.
About that.
So we're so excited.
I could cry. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that,
cry.
But I could. That's just amazing.
It's awesome, and I'm just so grateful to you for allowing us to use it because it tells such a good story. You're such a good storyteller.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And how did you start doing that, or were you always a storyteller in your songs?
Well, I've always had an imagination like crazy. I was that kid that had the imaginary friends growing up and drove my stepfather crazy because my mom had left me with him, while she went to work one day, and I had him looking for this imaginary friend that didn't even exist, and he looked all day for this person that was supposedly there, and he was like, "Judy, I can't find her friend." He calls her at work. She's like, "She doesn't have a friend. It's an imaginary friend." Oh, he was not happy with me.
Yeah, well,
I've always had a big imagination.
Well, and having that, and writing the music, and doing the things that you do, those go hand in hand. It's creativity, right?
I love it. I love telling the story, and I especially love if something that I do can help something like what you're doing, because that just, out of everything I've done in my career, there are a few highlights, and just warms my heart, and this is definitely one of them, to have Bloodwater chosen to be in your documentary about this.
Thank you. That's amazing, and I'm just gracious.
You do all kinds of other stuff, though, Miss Frankie. Tell us about your homeless venture that you're doing at the Bluffs.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the main thing that my Shine His Light Ministries, of course, that's my ministry based out of Atlanta. But I just came back from Skid Row doing street ministry out there, do street ministry in Atlanta in some of the darkest areas. Of course, we're doing a huge outreach, and I do a lot of stuff in the Bluff. And I brought, I'm doing this we brought a big poster. But if you can't see it, but May 19th, we're doing a huge outreach event in the Bluff. We're partnering up with Drew Sewell, Representative Abel Mabel. Everybody knows her and loves her in Atlanta. And we're going to give away about $70,000 worth of food.
Holy cow.
2 tractor trailer loads of clothes and frozen goods and vegetables, and boxes of food, about 1,000 boxes of food, cotton candy, snow cones, game trucks, mobile party bus, haircuts, health checks, dental checks, everything. So, and then we've got a stage. I'm running the stage all day, about 4 hours. We're going to have preaching, speakers, music. I've got Lathan Warlick coming, who is an amazing Christian rapper, Akeem Brody, a lot of really cool people. So we're just going to kind of take over that day. We're going to bring love to town, and so I do that. The homeless thing, that's my kind of daily ministry, or mainframe to ministry. And that's why I got plugged into the human trafficking thing and helping with that, because a lot of, and especially when you get into the younger folks that end up on the streets, they end up selling themselves to survive.
Yeah, just to get a meal.
Yeah, and so they'll get involved in a trafficking situation. Even when I was talking to Saved in America, a horrible thing that happens out there sometimes, a teenager will run away from home, try to find solace and safety with a group of homeless people, and the homeless people will end up selling that.
It's a perpetuating cycle, sounds like, on a lot of different levels.
So so all of it ties in together, and being on the streets leads to desperation, leads to you doing things you normally wouldn't do, leads to prostitution, leads to higher crime, leads to, all of these different things that, if we can combat those things and we can make it easier for some of these folks to live, then I think that and bring awareness, that's what I'm all about.
I can't quote it exactly, but one of my very favorite things that Jesus said is, if you've done something little to the least of these, you've also done it to me, and you've helped me. And people get down on, don't give them money, they're just going to go do this. You don't know who you're talking to there. So for me, play it safe. Just do it, and let whatever happens happen. And with you helping people like you do, and the people involved in your ministry, that's just so amazing and so needed. I get so upset when I see homeless people. It's how did they get there? Yeah. What happened? Yeah. And it's the saddest thing in the world to me. It just could make me cry.
Yeah. And I do a lot. I mean, I go out. And, people think that, a lot of these folks choose the life, or choose to be on the streets, or they're all addicted to something, or alcoholics, or, bad person is what a lot of people equate to somebody on the street. And they treat them like objects. They step over them. They, don't treat them like a human. in a lot of cases. Skid Row, for instance, 2,500 people living down there on the streets, 9 bathrooms, worse than a refugee camp. And then 15 minutes away, you've got Beverly Hills. So people don't realize, you know, what's going on. A lot of people, when I tell them that's happening, they're not aware. So it's about bringing that awareness, about treating people like humans, and realizing that half of our population is a paycheck away from being homeless.
Right.
One hardship, one, you know, family emergency, family death, one loss, one job loss. You know, if you don't have health insurance, you have cancer, you have something like that, and that's the story of some of the folks that I've worked with. A lot of them are veterans. 1 in 4 homeless people in Atlanta are veterans.
That is just a shame. That's so sad.
Yeah, so we do what we can, and we be the voice for the folks that don't have one. Exactly. That's the goal.
Be somebody's voice.
Yes.
And please, I would implore everybody, you know, put your money where your mouth is. You see somebody that needs something, even if it's just a little bit of what you got in your pocket. If you can give them a pack of crackers, for Pete's sake, just do something to help people. Yeah. You won't be sorry. I promise you that. You won't ever be sorry.
No, and you'll be blessed more for helping someone than than they are ever blessed.
Yeah.
And I always tell folks, you know, if they'll say, I don't have much money, I can't help, I can't give back. Give a hug, show somebody love, say their name. At our homeless church, we say everyone's name, because do you know how many times those people have heard their name said in the last week? Probably none. None. People don't recognize them. They don't recognize that they're a human. Those basic things that we take for granted, they don't have. Some of the most resourceful people, though, and smart people and cool people that I meet, and a lot of my good friends live on the streets, and we become close. But just, you know, give them a hug. Recognize that they're a human. Show them love. Show love like Jesus did. You know, he didn't ask what was in your banking account or what you're driving.
Exactly.
Right?
You cannot go wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, Miss Frankie, thank you so much for telling. What else do we need to talk about with your stuff? Because I want to give you a lot of time here. I told everybody she's my training wheels. This is my first time doing anything like this, so she's my little Linus blue blanket and my training wheels.
Oh, good. Cool. No, I mean we're doing a lot. The event in the Bluff is huge. We're doing all the stuff around human trafficking. We're doing all the stuff around homelessness and awareness. And, you know, we're doing a lot of music as well, getting ready for the upcoming event. And so, yeah, I mean, we're just doing so much. You can always keep up with me, Frankie Holbrook. You can Google me. I'm all over the place. Shine His Light Ministries. A lot of the information is on Facebook. So you can go and sign up for our events, or you can support there. If you do want to donate anything, we're always taking clothes and toiletries and necessities that are needed on the streets. I do a lot of that when I'm out there. And so other than that, I mean, I wanted to hear your song. I was excited about hearing the devil music when we get ready to play it.
That's as good a segue as any.
Yeah, let's do it.
Devil music video.
I'm excited.
I know why you're here. You want to play that devil's music.
About the wrong side of town, said I don't want to catch you there hanging around, just drinking, carousing and fights every night. No place for a Christian if you want to live right. The warning that she gave me lasted just until my left funny hard head got behind the wheel. Burning up 2 lanes, straightening out the curves, hauling ass up the holler for I lost my nerve. To a secret hideaway known only to a few. Grab a half a gallon of coffee, special brew. Every time it's different, every time the same. He didn't ask no questions, but he damn sure knew my name.
you go.
I told you we set them all on fire.
He set the people on fire. She was telling me about that, and I was laughing earlier, and now I see you really did.
I got to dedicate that video.
That's how to get them in line, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't do that right, I'm going to set you on fire. But I got to dedicate that video to Renee Serta of the Black Sheep Network. Go Team Black Sheep, though. They're one of the indie stations that plays music from Shelley Music. I'm very, very tickled with them. But that's especially for Renee, because he gets so cracked up at the bring your mammy, bring your pappy, bring your sister
I
too
know,
part.
And the boogaloo. Oh, my Lord. We get made fun of, don't we, here in Georgia?
The boogaloo, yeah.
My accent, wherever I go.
Oh, I tell everybody it's like a grape juice stain on a white shirt. No matter how hard, it still is with you. But I'm not ashamed of where I'm from. I love where I'm from.
No, I love the South. Love the dirty, dirty South.
Yeah. But
Hot
that's a cut off of my new CD, Redemption. And it's I think it's actually the lead-off song on it.
The single that you're going to release?
Yep, and you guys can find that at CD Baby. All you have to do is go to CD Baby, type in Michelle Leigh, and it's Leigh. My mom was having some fun with that. Yeah. I've not had fun since with it. It's like, it's Leigh. Leah? No, Leigh. But Michelle Leigh at cdbaby.com. The links are all over my Facebook, all over the website. So you can go pick it up there. Someone's on there, As Good As Gone. My latest release that I just put out, this thing called Love.
I just
it's a bit of a departure. It's a bit of a departure for me. It's a love song. Oh my gosh, Miss Southern Rock wrote a love song.
But that's okay.
And I don't know what to think about it.
Look, some of the best love songs are Southern Rock out there for sure.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, really are. I'll listen to it. I'm like, Alexa, no. Alexa, play some Southern Rock. And so there's some good songs out there. But I loved that song, and I like that. And of course, I love Bloodwater. I know you're re-releasing it, right?
Yes,
on the CD.
We're re-releasing Bloodwater on the Redemption CD, and there's a reason for that. The Redemption CD is it's kind of like my progression over the last couple of years. There have been some major lows, but there have been some of the most stratospheric heights. So it's just kind of a little documentary of that journey, and I'm tickled to say that this thing called Love is a major height for me. You know, that's it was written before I got married, but it totally sums up, you know, finding Roger. Hey, Roger.
Yeah.
I hope my little husband's watching tonight. He plays the bad guy in Bloodwater. Did I tell you that?
Oh,
He's
yes.
the villain in Bloodwater.
And I had to go back and re-watch it.
Yes, but when you meet him, he's just a sweet person, just an angel. But he did not like playing that role at all. He did a heck of a job, but he sure didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, and it's so good. And you know, I was talking to when we were doing our interviews yesterday for the documentary. We were talking about that, you know, the molestation subject, and most of these girls that end up in prostitution or being trafficked, they're molested at age 4 or 5. So,
oh wow,
yes,
that young,
4 and 5 years old, yeah, and most of them are out there, and then they end up being trafficked by the age of 12.
That's just incredible.
So,
I can't even put my mind around that kind of evil. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and so
but it goes on so rampantly.
Yeah, it really does. So, so choosing that song was kind of, you know, such a natural thing, and I was so glad that we could.
Again, I'm extremely honored. Thank you.
And then what about Redemption? How did you come up with the name for the new CD?
Everything after, you know, part of the highs and the lows and everything. It just kind of felt like we were finally coming out of the woods with the music, with some, you know, personal things that had went on. You know, of course, Roger straightened out a lot with my life. It's amazing how the right person can just puts everything in perspective for you, and then you realize, you know, if you've got that right person, you don't have to worry about a whole set of problems, you know, because they're going to be there. You might not solve everything, but you know that person's going to be right there behind you, got your back, and that just takes off so much pressure. It really does. And he's so supportive with the music, and the music, my animals, and Roger. And not in that order, sweetie, because when I get home, he's going, I know you put me behind the cats. Not in that order. But those are the things in my life, that I'm most grateful to God for. He gave me all of that. He definitely gave me my music.
Yeah.
Definitely gave me Roger at a time when I needed Roger. So it's just awesome. We've got so many incredible things coming up this year. I'm getting to perform this year at the Hillbilly Jam in Maggie Valley, and I've been away for a while, so this is my first year back with them. So I want to give a shout out to the Hillbilly Jam and Becky Ramey and Terry Frady. Very, very excited about being there. It's my very favorite stage I've performed on.
Is that a big stage? I don't think I've been there. I may have to go. When is this happening?
It is June. Well, I'm performing on July 27th.
Ooh, in the heat.
In the heat. But I'm
in the humid heat in North Carolina. Fix your hair,
right
people.
in that little Maggie Valley Bowl there. It
yes,
is a
that's where you
bowl.
go skiing.
So
Yes, where everybody goes skiing. So
but,
cool.
We've got that coming up. We've got the Josie Awards coming up in September.
Oh, yes.
If y'all haven't went and done your nomination suggestions
vote.
yet, go suggest. We're really hoping to bring home some hardware this year.
Yes. How many of those do you have? I hear you have a couple.
4 now.
4.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy
Good
about that.
stuff.
And I couldn't have done it without my co-writer and my producer is Charlie Kelly out of Nashville. I give a lot of credit to him because he takes the things I give to him and just really puts the shine on it.
Yeah.
And he's always been there helping me. He's my musical Roger, kind of always having my back with my songs and fixing everything there. But we've got High Noon Festival coming up in Spring City, Tennessee, y'all. That's a benefit for autism. And Mr. Michael Seabold is putting that on. We're going to do that on May 5th. And
that's right around the corner.
I'm looking at my notes
here. It's like next week, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
next Friday.
Very, very excited about that. He's got a heck of a lineup coming up there. I think Andy Orth from Molly Hatchet's going to be up there.
Ooh.
A couple other people. I'm very excited about getting to go up there with them. And I do have some people I want to say hello to because these people are, I call them my super fans.
I gotcha.
Because they really just, they're all the time
We've got
watching.
people that support us, you know, and when you're down and you're going, I can't do it anymore, God, this is too much.
And then all of a sudden they pop up
I've got some real, so definitely,
I
want to shout out
somebody, but these are the names that popped in my head, and if I miss somebody, please don't get mad at me. I'll hit you next time, I promise. D-Rock. Do you know D-Rock? He calls himself the Dreadneck. And he's a fantastic musician. Fantastic
Dreadneck. I've got to know him now.
Now you got to go find D-Rock.
I've got to know him.
He's just amazing. Miss Babette McMahon, Bradley Willis, Steve Cole, Carol, who played the other version of me in the Devil music.
I've seen her.
She's
and I've seen her.
She's I want to say a special thank you to Joey Nichols. We just got back from doing the Jimmy Van Zant Celebration of Life, and that is a cancer benefit. So they do sort of what you do. They take care of people's needs that might not be met, through insurance and this, that, and the other. So it's not exactly, but they'll, if somebody needs a meal, they need their light bill paid or something like that, and they've been going through the cancer treatments and they have no money, then this organization is there to step up and help them. They raised a lot of money. Let's see, it was a couple weekends ago for this, and it was just amazing. We got to perform at the graveside of Mr. Jimmy Van Zant and meet his Aunt Jane. Or actually, I think that was his sister. Miss Jane's his sister, but it was awesome. Performed alongside of Miss Carol Bristow, who was with 38 Special.
Wow.
Cindy Davenport, I know I'm going to leave somebody out, Miss Lisa, and I can't remember her name, and BJ, and there's just several of us there. Monica Dedman, we had just a blast.
And I have my bracelet on, Lindsay Michelle Van Zant.
Wow.
I know Johnny is a supporter of the station and sponsors, American Hearts Radio.
This totally wasn't planned. Awesome.
No, but I had went down for the awards show. Mike Aloya, Dennis Aloya were recognized by CBS Radio Radio's
And
Al
congratulations
Cole.
to them.
Yeah,
How
I
awesome
mean,
is that was, yes,
those guys do
huge.
so much, and so I know Johnny Van Zandt is a huge supporter for all of our vets out there, and just lost his daughter, and so so I had gotten that from Mike, but I got to see those guys, and they're so good, and they're so supportive of anything that's out there that is positive,
Right.
and someone that's doing good in the world. You know, when you think of this station, and that's why I come every time I'm asked, and I'm here and I support, because those are just two really amazing individuals. I can't say enough good about them.
They're super.
Yeah.
I just got to meet Mike's dad when I did my first
Yes,
show down here. And
Dennis.
he's an absolute
Love
gem.
Dennis. Yes.
And
The Godfather.
the
The
Godfather.
Godfather himself. Woo! He is sleep with the fishes. No. You mess with him. No. But he's such good guys, such good guys. We play around and stuff, but I'm just so grateful and thankful to them. But yeah, so you got to go down. I was down for the awards thing. I don't know if it was the same time, but yeah.
Actually, it was because Mike wasn't able to come to the Celebration of Life.
Because
had
he was at the awards.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know where was the award
We were
show
over
held?
in St. Petersburg, yeah. And
So
then we
just
stayed
far
over there.
enough that it couldn't all happen.
Yeah,
and
because you know we'll go to three places in a
So-
day if we can. Sometimes I'm like, I have 3 events, I'm running from one to another, you know, and just try to keep it up, especially on the weekends. So I'm sure he would have made it. But so we were over there. I was down there about the same time, and so good stuff happening in all corners for American Hearts Radio, and pulling you in and other folks that are getting involved. I know there's big things, so stay tuned. I've heard some of the stuff. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm excited too. And I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Lulu Bennett, who was the person who got me. She and Mike got me in this to begin with.
Really?
Through Lulu and Mike, I got to meet Mr. Dennis, the Godfather.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from there, I'm sitting here with you, and it's so awesome. And I think we're about ready to wrap up. But y'all, thank you so much for welcoming me into this, and thank you for being here.
Yes.
Please go check out
My
stuff
pleasure.
at MichelleLeigh.com. You can find everything on Facebook. Just Google Michelle Leigh with a funny spelling. And hey, tune in to Carlo Country Music Hour tonight on the radio. It's Ireland time, so whatever time it is here, you know, at 7 o'clock their time, this thing called Love's making its debut in Ireland tonight.
Yay.
So yay!
And well, thank you so much. I had so much fun. And guys, just go out, shine his light, always be positive, and show love.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Yeah.